once again to Snowed In, episode 30.
Brought to you by... Oh, sorry, buddy.
Fine, go ahead.
Brought to you by Marvel Legends, Star Fox, and... Oh, wow. Do that. Star Fox and Champion. Bring cosmic level adventures to your collection.
I think I like him better as Star Fox.
Well, he's
He kind of did.
It does work.
Well, so we had quite a bit of progress last session. Oops, I clicked on the wrong. I clicked on the wrong session and freaked out because there were no notes in it. So Lena had a nice little chat with Emily. Silas was, had a positive but also kind of a letdown of a conversation with Amy about her art and her progress. Isn't that right, Silas?
Yeah, that's totally right. That's totally how that went. Yep.
Yeah. She didn't suggest anything to you, or?
Yeah, totally not like suggesting how to use a certain bodily fluid in a better manner to which it won't be recognized.
Yeah.
If one wanted to, use it. And I totally wouldn't say that Silas hasn't been trying to take her advice to heart over the past week or so. But
Yeah.
little practice sketches,
So, when we left off, though, some time had gone on, and there was some curiosity about what Charlie has been doing in this time.
Yeah, Charlie's wondering what he's been doing, too.
Because Charlie will have been noticing that there is a bit of a downtick in attendance at his work.
What?
Yeah, the nights are a lot quieter than they normally would have been. Even Mannix doesn't make his usual visits to try to get you to admit something like he used to. It was a regular thing. You'd see him every week and a half. He'd have something to say. Really encourage you to try to give him information that he knew you weren't going to give him.
Yeah. Huh. Can I make a Streetwise to find out what's going on?
Absolutely. I was hoping you'd do something like that.
Streetwise.
Let's do Streetwise plus... Hold on a sec. Gotta remember things. Do Streetwise plus Charisma.
I got all this Streetwise. I got all this Charisma. You know what that means.
You're gonna roll 0 successes.
I'm gonna have one of those... I'm gonna have a hunger dice explosion.
You do have a lot of hunger dice too, but still, that's really good success.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, so you I think maybe this freaks out Charlie a little bit. Is something going on? Is there the jig up and somebody knows something and everything's about to kind of cave in? Because that's normally how it happens, right? There's an almost eerie quiet right before you would get caught for stuff.
Yeah.
So you start inquiring with a few people that do still come in. You maybe catch a person here and there outside. And one of the things that you will come to learn is that, and this takes a lot of communication, but you eventually get to a point where you find out part of why Mannix had been visiting you actually had nothing to do with the alcohol. So you get a couple of people that you're talking to that come in, and they don't seem like they know what they're buying anymore. Normally these people would come in, they'd buy a specific thing, bring it to the counter, check it out, and then leave. And you just assume they were regulars buying, the usual hooch they buy.
Yeah.
But this time they come in and they seem confused. They're here because they're supposed to be here, but it was like they didn't know what to drink, and they didn't ask for suggestions. They would just walk over and grab something and then put it down. but they start explaining to you that part of what you were doing in this is selling them a connection to the drugs that used to run through here. And now that's kind of all dried up. Stuff isn't moving the same way it used to. They don't know how,
What?
but they keep hoping that somebody's going to inform them. So they keep
Right.
popping in here and hoping some part of the system will happen again.
So somebody was moving product through here?
So yeah, they would come in. So like they would want to buy something specific, right? So they would come into the store, they would buy a specific bottle of alcohol, and then take that bottle of alcohol and give it to someone else. And then they would get something delivered to them later.
I do not know what to make of that. I mean, how did they... Yeah, how did this all occur? I mean, did you, like, swap bottles with somebody, or...
No, we were just given a location to bring it to. We bring it there, we drop it off, and then within a couple of days, we get our stuff delivered to us. Different bottles meant different things, but...
And what were you getting in return?
Well, for me, I mean, it's a quick and easy way to get some coke, you know? It's hard to get it into the town otherwise. The normal street vendors don't typically have that. Or if they do, they're charging you way too much. The system worked out better. But I've been trying to get clean in the meantime and hoping that this stuff will at least take some of the edge off, but nothing I've been trying really does the trick. I tried drinking the cheap stuff I was buying, but it's not drinkable. How the hell do people drink Skull? Like, what the fuck?
Well, you gotta be discerning.
I don't know what to
You
buy.
have to... What is he looking to do exactly? Get off cocaine by drinking alcohol?
No, so he's already doing some recovery work. But he's like using alcohol right now to sort of act as a bit of a like downer. So he's been off for a little while.
Maybe you don't need to buy anything, my friend, and just kind of let the shakes pass you by.
It doesn't sound as good.
Nah, not as good. Was there a specific place you would meet every time, or was it...
The place would change periodically, but the last couple of months it was the same place.
We got any sample bottles back there, Steve?
You do? You got a good large, a good wide assortment of them.
I mean, I don't have any more else. I'll tell you what. You take me to where you made your last couple of connections. I'll give you just a little taste. You can decide whether or not you want it. I don't think it'll really solve anything, but never let it be said Charlie Larkin turned down a customer.
Yeah. Let's see if you can get him to trust you. Give me persuasion plus charisma. You're really trying to manipulate him. I think you're just trying to make him feel comfortable enough.
What the fuck just happened? Oh, come on. I do not want to use, what's it called?
Edge.
Yeah. So persuasion plus what?
Plus charisma.
There we go. Finally closed.
Ooh. I think here with that many successes, I think you're doing okay.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll lead you off to a building, and when you get there, the
Mhm.
building is, I believe, familiar to you, right? Did you go here with you went here with like Tony and with Lena before, right?
Correct.
So yeah, this is the building where like you had reported this to the newspaper.
Mhm. Oh, so this is the drug building.
I mean,
I
word
don't say
was
that
there
out
was
loud.
more going on. The list of available options was, I guess, wider to other people, but drugs were, I think, probably the most common thing running through it.
Thanks, man. Why don't you get out of here before something happens?
What? Okay.
Well, I just want to investigate the scene, and I don't want you to get in any trouble.
Yeah, he'll head off. Just, I guess,
Okay.
be careful. I mean, there were cops crawling around this place for a little while.
Yeah. No, I get it. All right, so I've walked this room before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now it's quiet. There's actually nothing going on. Like, you're not looking inside. You weren't looking inside the same way you were before. This is empty.
Am I able to gain access?
Oh yeah. It is, weirdly enough, fully unlocked.
Huh. I guess I'll do some exploring.
Yeah, as you look around, the first thing you'll notice is that like some amount of cleaning has been done, but not a lot of cleaning has been done. There's still like some blood stains in different places here and there. The walls have a couple of like smashed in marks where like somebody was moving something and ran something into the drywall and made a dent or a hole in it. There are some substances here and there that look like they're left laying around against like certain surfaces. So it's weird. Like it looks like, it doesn't look like what should be that. It shouldn't, like, this shouldn't look that way if cops recently raided it. There should be more of this stuff cleaned up and removed from the scene as evidence. And like a lot of things that should have been brought down as evidence are still here. Like the blood marks on some of the walls, like somebody should have probably done something about this. But as it stands, this place mostly just looks like it's abandoned more than anything else. And not for a long time either. Some of the marks have like dust that hasn't moved from them yet.
Huh. Is there a basement or anything?
There is indeed a basement as you look around.
Yeah.
The basement you
Let's
notice.
do all the. Go ahead.
The basement you notice would not have normally been available, but you happen to like pass by this weird segment of the wall that has been like moved a certain way that makes it clear that there is like one of those hidden doors behind it. So you kind of slip on down to the basement. It is the temperature feels like it drops by 10 degrees immediately upon crossing the threshold. As you make your way down the steps, it feels like it gets colder and colder and colder. There is what to most I think would be an uncomfortable darkness. To you, there's a feeling of something warm and familiar, but not like heat warm, that sort of comfortable warm.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it is black as pitch.
Interesting.
Do you want to do anything to look
Yeah,
around?
yeah. I'm gonna see. Trying to figure out what I got. I got some investigation.
Well, you're going to need to be able to see down here, because right now you can't see, because it is pitch black.
Oh. Oh, okay. I see. Look around for feel around for a light switch.
You can find one, but when you click it, nothing turns on.
Nothing. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Give me a composure plus resolve while you're doing the searching. So I think we've ruled that this happens from time to time for you guys, especially where your hunger is.
Composure plus resolve.
Yep. Might even what a frenzy check is supposed to be. No, it's not.
Sharing the left.
Okay,
No,
still good. No,
growing
you're
pains
fine.
in my head. No, it's your fault.
ow.
I have growing pains in my head.
Yeah, you flick the light switch and you just feel yourself getting frustrated, and then all of a sudden you feel this like weird sensation in your eyes, as if like all of a sudden even the ability to see like the light that was coming from upstairs, what little light was coming from like the moonlight upstairs, sort of disappears for a moment, and then everything looks normal. Everything is clear in this room. There are a number of like these they're knocked over tables, chairs. There's a bunch of various substances that have been mixed together. Like somebody had come down here and like raided the place. But then afterwards did nothing to investigate it. But I think the thing that catches you more is the number of beings that you see that are still like taking actions as if the tables are properly assembled.
Did you say beams?
Beings. They are human-ish in appearance. But they have clear and pronounced holes in the back of each of their heads.
Ooh. Huh. And they just don't notice me, or they just continue going on?
They just seem to continue going on as if like they're just programmed to do it.
Huh. Far out. Do I notice anything unusual about them?
You'll notice that they're all very young. Maybe like late teens, very early 20s.
Yeah.
Almost as if they could have been students at one point of the school.
I would imagine they probably were. And what do they seem to be doing?
They're
I'm gonna
like they're
watch
acting
it.
as if the tables are still up, so they're grabbing for things and they're like pouring them or mixing them or doing some other like almost assembly line like process, and as if they were trying to make something, but the table is on its side, but they stand above the table, above where the table likely previously was, performing these actions.
Mhm. Okay.
Anything you wish to do?
I'm a little like, I see how I move a little closer to see if it changes anything.
As you get closer, you'll notice almost reflexively the nearest spirit to you will kind of pull away a little bit, but mostly just like it's trying to get out of your way.
Uh-huh.
Like it thinks you're going somewhere and it's just like kind of pulling forward a little bit to give you room to pass.
Are these wraiths?
Hard to say. They're some sort of what's hard here is that you can't tell their level of translucency because of how dark it is down here. They look mostly corporeal, but they are but there's like there's like a missing sense of texture. They seem almost flat in the way that you're looking at them.
Okay, I'm going to use my Oblivion Sight.
That's what you're using right now.
Okay. Okay. Wow, I'm actually using a discipline.
Yeah.
The first time I used it, Go ahead.
I said it used itself for you. Go ahead.
Yes, because the first time I used it, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
So when you have this sight on, they're kind of like, you can see them, but they're not like fully three-dimensional. You can see layers of them, but there's something about them that make it kind of it's clear that they're a ghost, or it's clear there's some sort of spectral phenomenon because of the way they are, but they're also not there's no color or detail to them. No significant detail.
Okay. God, I'm not sure what to do. If I put my hand on one of them, what happens?
If you reach out a hand, the thing will kind of like move, almost fear-like. You know, like if you lived in a family of abuse and somebody were to raise their hand too quickly, you do that flinch thing where you try to get out of the way, even if it's not because there's pain incoming.
Huh.
But it still continues to otherwise disregard you and keep focused on the work that it thinks it is doing.
Fascinating. What happens when I try to look at them through my cell phone?
Ooh, that's a good question. Hold on.
Totally fascinating.
They do not appear at all on your phone.
Ooh. Fascinating. Can I ascertain what exactly they're doing?
You can investigate the substances on the floor. Like I said, it looks like some of them are mixing something. Some of them look like they're like grabbing components and pouring little bits, and then they like slide something over to the next person.
I'll definitely investigate the substance on the floor with my investigation plus.
Actually, let's do. Trying to think here. Let's do
Charisma.
science. No, let's do science plus intelligence.
Damn.
Nice try.
Oh, it's the exact same. We're the drunk.
Charisma plus investigation. I'm looking for hot people.
Man,
God damn, your hunger dice are actually benefiting the shit out of you this game, Charles.
Nice.
you wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. That's my secret. I'm always hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so as you're investigating things, at first, it seems like these would be you're a little ignorant to it, but you've been in dens like this before. Some of these look like they are like the kind of chemicals you might have seen before in a drug house, right? These people were down here mixing up some stuff. But one of the things that surprises you a little bit is there is a little bit of mixing in something unusual here. You're picking up stuff and your hunger kind of takes over as you're looking at it. And some of the stuff that's not splattered, that's in one of the bowls or in one of the mixing things is like congealed blood, but it's like in a way that you can tell it was in the bowl before. This wasn't like somebody got shot and then the blood went into the thing. It was in the thing and it got spilled out of the thing.
Huh. So the blood was in the thing that got spilled out of the thing?
Yeah. So like a container, and then it toppled over, and some of it spilled out when the tables were knocked over.
When I taste it, what happens? No, I am going to taste it.
Okay. Give me a... What would this be here?
It'd be a good time is what the fuck it is. No,
now I'll have you give me... First, let me see you give me a composure plus resolve.
Okay.
Wow. Real good tonight, Charles. Making up for all the shitty ones you've had in the past.
Yeah, correct.
You give it a taste, and there is something distinct about this one. There is a very familiar like way that it touches the tongue and the way that it smells. You can... This triggers in the way I think it does. Let me check. No, it doesn't. Maybe this is an ability you have. It's not. It's not. It's the... I'm getting your skill, your ability choices confused with Lena's. This gives you like a lingering desire for more, but you can hold yourself, you can hold control of yourself, but something about this blood tastes like it has something extra special about it. There's something that lights a little moment of fire in your body when it settles in.
Wow. Do I feel like I can go out and like box with God, or I don't know?
No, it's just it's a momentary and fleeting feeling.
Okay.
I would say it's like kind of the way those the way you get like a mint that has a lot of mint taste up front, and then you suck on it for a second and that taste is gone.
Okay. Like a peppermint.
Yeah.
What was that mint they used to say? Your peppermint patty.
Yeah. I'd say it's about right. You take that first bite and there's something incredible there, and then after that it's kind of like, okay, now it's just like chocolate and mint.
Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of the powder.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue to walk around. I'll let these 4 spirits continue with their unfortunate quest.
Yeah. They will mostly act like you being here is normal, with the occasional like them moving a little bit as you move about the area. What you'll also find, though, as you sort of traverse the area, is actually let me before I let you have this, give me an investigation plus resolve.
Boy, I said I wanted to do more investigating.
Okay.
Only one.
It's kind of all you need in this particular case, because it's not in an obvious spot, but it's not in a I wouldn't think to look there unless you were just kind of rushing through things. And I think Charlie is taking it kind of carefully, and we'll notice off on the ground under a little pile of some rubble is a small like one of those little thin black notebooks.
Okay.
Huh.
All right, I'll check that out.
Yeah, you can pick it up. And inside there are a number of scribbled notes. None of it by itself, like none of it looking at it directly makes any sense, except that it looks like a ledger of some sort. There are names, but the names are very hard to read. Whoever wrote this had very poor handwriting. You can kind of make out things that look like names, and dollar amounts, and then maybe other names. But it has the look of a ledger sheet. But the writing looks like somebody who has really bad cursive skills.
I'm gonna, look up one of the names in the phone and see what happens.
So you're going to try to interpret what one of the names are, and then try to see if you can search for a name in your phone, or for that name in your phone.
Oh,
okay.
Are they in code?
No, they're just it's near indecipherable cursive, right? So like when you run into those people who write in cursive, but then like they themselves can't even read their cursive.
You mean me?
I guess.
I insist on writing in cursive, and people are like, "Why? Why?"
There is, though, it is interesting, the variation, at least of the numbers. The numbers are much more clear. There is nothing on this ledger sheet that sells for less than hundreds of dollars.
Huh.
And I think the highest price thing is around $10,000.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. Maybe if I get it in some light, I can try to decipher it, or...
Yeah, you think that may be some of the problem is it's incredibly dark here. you don't have like something where you can like try to write out a couple of different iterations of it to see if you can put letters together. Being into a place where it's not you using a power to see through pitch blackness to try to see things might help.
Yeah, it might not be the idea that I think it is.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm going to make a note of this address.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know this address well, so.
Yeah, coming here to score all my crack. All right, when I get back to the Casa de Charlie.
Yeah, you're gonna set the book down and get out a light?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Give me an occult plus intelligence.
Ooh. And I thought that one dot in occult would never come in handy. It's an Enochian.
Damn!
Man.
Like the hunger dice doing the heaviest of lifting.
Apparently investigating while hungry is like fucking
Yes.
just really working out.
So the one of the things you start realizing here as you're going through the book is the names aren't names and the numbers aren't dollars. It's not a ledger sheet. It's a little hard to kind of break what this system is that's being used in this. But part of why the cursive is being used is like you start trying to like first you start doing the thing where you're like, can I at least get names off of this and maybe see what the names give me? So you start trying to assemble them like into a sheet of something, onto a sheet of paper. You start writing down, okay, this looks like it might be a C, this looks like it might be an H, etc. But then you start noticing there's like repeats within it, and those repeats are like almost on a countdown timer. So like, let's say that, for example, a name that looks like Charlie comes up and it has like 200. Then the next time it's 199 that you see that name, and the next time it's 198. But then occasionally the number will jump back up by a big number. So maybe this is more like an inventory sheet, but there's something about this being an inventory sheet that then makes you go, wait, if this is inventory, why would you keep inventory this way? Why would you not have it marked down in a different way? But I think, considering how this is set up, 3 successes is not quite enough, but it's enough to know that there's something strange, very like even more strange to it than you expected, and it's not what it looks like it is.
So I know what's his name is investigating this building.
Was before. When all the shit broke down, everything was quiet for a little while, and nothing else. You guys couldn't go out. Nobody else could really go out. Everything kind of froze up for a while.
Yeah. Everything was thrown in the works.
Yeah.
Can I try to gather some info on this building? Is there any public records on it?
Yeah, you can look for that. Give me another investigation plus intelligence.
This is like Ryan shopping for a suit. I am surprised how well this is going, frankly.
So in the investigation, you'll notice that like this building, first of all, has been here for quite a while. It has changed for a building that has been empty for the time that you've been here. It is a building that like seems to be changing hands a lot. It's like almost every 3 to 6 months, some other company buys the building. They're always listed as some kind of like capital or venture investment or some other like, you know, monetary firm name that is attached to this building. There are no records of any assessments being done prior to the purchase. The transfer records are like for some reason sealed. Like they did some sort of private secret transfer that was under some sort of like either maybe government arranged exchange or just seems weird that you can't track like you can track a name of an owner, but you can't track like how much money was moved in the process. You can't track. There's no list, like I said, no listing of investment or not investments, assessments or you know, quality checks.
Yeah.
Like all the things you would normally find in an acquisition like this just don't seem to happen. But with further investigation though into one of those companies, I want you to give me a finance plus intel, and then I think we'll see if you get the final piece.
Finance. Wow, when did I take finance?
I don't know, but you took finance, and I was like, this is a little weird, but cool that you have it because you might actually get this. You got all the rest of the pieces. Hunger dice are just apparently your thing. You need more hunger dice apparently to succeed. That's what you need, not one. If you have like 4 of the 3 or 4 of them.
I gotta want it.
Yeah, so then you start noticing, like, you start thinking about it, and you're like, well, you know, when that this seems like that kind of stuff that Donovan would occasionally like talk about. Like, I moved this into this, and then this into this other thing, and this into this, you know, and I was like untrackable. But I mean, if anybody would have known, you know, and it clicks in your head, like, people like this usually keep something interconnected between the thing. And that's why you'll notice that there is a theme behind these holding companies. They are themed after Edgar Allan Poe based stories.
Okay.
And as you're kind of like piecing and realizing some of that, doing some research into what connects these things, you'll notice that the ones, so there are some that look like clearly like just a shell company for somebody else. You kind of climb the ladder and then you get to a company. When you remember something very specific that Donovan had explained to you, something clicks about something else you heard during a prior conversation with somebody. And you find the name that you maybe initially in this didn't expect to find, but now don't find yourself as surprised to put together. This has Clyde Hansen's name in various different ways all throughout it.
Of course it does.
Little linkages to some of these companies. When you look at other companies that have associated with these companies, then you look at companies linked to that. they all sort of spread out in a way that inevitably leads you back to something that is connected to an asset held by Clyde Hansen. It's strange because in no way does he own any of these specifically according to this, but he's always like, you know, on a board of something over here, and this asset over there owns this other asset, you know, and then this owns this, and then that owns the holding company.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Of course he does, because he's like that. Okay.
Charlie, want to do anything with this information?
I'm going to bring it to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that I want to wait on because there's, I think, interaction between you and Tony with this information.
Ooh, yeah. Let's interact with Tony, that drug dealer.
Well,
He can't stop me.
Tony's not here, so, and I'm not going to try to play for him. But I think
I really wanted you to do that. In fact, that was why I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be good. I want ranch. I refuse to reduce his well-thought-out character just to a stereotype. Like a ranch-loving American, even though that's just objectively terrible.
So let's pause there for the moment. This
Okay.
investigation probably would have taken you a few days to get to the bottom of, putting little pieces together, finding little other tidbits of stuff. I want to talk a little bit more about what happens in some of those other days, but first, let me jump on over to.
Sorry.
Let me jump on over to Lena for a moment.
Okay.
All right, Lena, I'm bringing these drugs right to your store.
Yeah, that's what nerds want, drugs.
Yeah.
You can't afford drugs if you're buying games design workshop stuff. Nobody has money for drugs.
Yeah.
Better
Well,
off with the drugs.
I mean, at least they'll be enjoyable, and you won't have people yelling at you about how you have to have your figures painted. They have to be painted. I'm not playing with your unpainted slop. No flat colors either.
That's not an official tape measure.
Yeah, only Games Workshop tape measures are the official length of a Games Workshop event.
Oh God.
And
I don't think it's ever really that bad, but I've heard some really wild things from Games Workshop players or from Warhammer players about like it needs to be this way.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right, so Lena.
Yep.
You're at one point running one of your games.
Okay. Running a game.
When somebody you wouldn't expect shows their ugly face in your game.
Nice.
So you notice with a bottle of cold red in one hand, and his like heavy leather trench coat on, that Jamie wanders on into your game. I was told you're playing Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, good job, Lena.
Yes, that is what we're playing.
Shame it's being run by a monster like you.
This guy's the best.
Well, that is the game. Who better to run? A monster.
No.
Oh, so you admit it?
Don't call yourself a monster.
You admit you're a monster.
Wow.
yeah, and well, uh, I don't really take your definition of the word too seriously. Surprised you're actually here, by the way.
Wanted to talk to you.
Oh,
Mostly
really?
where it is that you're occasionally interacting with some people. You were at some kind of party recently where a murder happened.
Oh, yes, uh, yes, that unfortunate thing. Yes, yeah, uh,
And you're just complicit in what happened? Huh?
well, I mean, well, I didn't kill anyone. Just I was out making sure that nobody was kissing each other. I figured that maybe that's something you'd probably like prefer.
That doesn't sound believable.
Yeah,
Why would you have been doing that?
yeah. Hey, that's as I done because as the people who run the place where we're having the event at insisted that nobody do that, and well, I do it, and I am someone that does follow the rules, if you could believe it.
It's hard to believe you would want to follow the rules. You were seen during the evenings, during the curfews, going around. What urgent things could you have done? You call this urgent? Look at these losers around this table. Nothing better to do with their lives than have you kill their characters over and over again.
Oh, and uh, that's just that's called having a good time. Uh, and as for what I was doing, just oh, there's just you know, just uh, well, I do have errands to run.
Errands. Psh, I don't buy it. Now, which one of the riffraff you showed up here with is the one who did it? Because I know it wasn't one of us. There were no murders here until the 5 of you had showed up. Putting your nose in
Oh,
everything going on.
yeah, it's just unfortunate timing for us, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, that's so convenient. What about that weird friend of yours?
The one that has all the who always spills ranch on his shirt. Yeah, I guess he is a little weird.
It's not the one I'm talking about. The one that can't tell what it is.
Oh, what is?
What it is.
What's it?
The boy that doesn't know if it's actually a boy.
Oh God, I had no clue where he was going. What a prick.
You know, I caught it and I was like, you know what? It's all good.
You'd have to be a little more specific than that.
Make him work for it, Lena.
More specific, you want?
Well, I mean, I'm the only girl in our group, so
Nice.
Yeah, I know. The other one is clearly a boy that thinks it's a girl. You're a girl who thinks she's nothing.
Wow, this guy's
well,
all
if
personal.
It'd be crazy if
if
he just ended up missing again. Like,
I'm nothing, then why did you come to speak with me?
Nice. Well
Because
done,
you're one of
Lena.
the only fucking people that it talks to.
Oh, This guy's a pile of shit.
Takes a big long sip of Code Red.
You know that's perfect because you know my opinion of Code Red. So this
And I'm the someone who does drink Code Red a lot, so this is a little personal for me.
Well, Alex, I want you to know that I'm judging you harshly for your Code Red drinking. I mean, you're a good guy.
I understand completely.
So where is it? Just tell me where I can find it.
Where I can find what?
I'm sorry. What are its pronouns?
You know, I don't think I've ever actually asked. Like, he always
I'd
seems
rather
like
deal with Clyde Hansen than this guy. Jeez. At least Clyde is old and ugly. This guy's just new and shitty.
Come on, just tell me where I can find he, she, they, it.
Well, who do I look like his mom?
Honestly, you dress more like you fell out of the 1980s.
Oh.
Wow, for a prick, this guy really has a lot of opinion on clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says wearing like a leather trench coat and some ripped up jeans.
Yeah, the 90s called, dude. Grunge is over.
I could have just always assumed the World of Darkness was just a world where grunge never ended. Sometimes feels like.
True. It's got that punk grunge aesthetic.
Yeah. Oh, what's wrong with the 80s? I seem to notice a lot of kids these days seem to really like the 80s these days. Kind of figured that they'd have moved on by now, but I guess that's just what happened.
You're fucking worthless, you know that?
Shit.
I asked you pretty straightforward questions, you can't even give them to me. How the hell did the cops not beat you like you should have been?
Well, I mean, my straightforward answer is I don't know where he is. Do you really think I keep a watch on him? He just does his own things. Honestly, I could even tell you if I wanted to tell you.
Where the hell are you staying? I can't find your place in town.
And we're just at a hotel, you know?
I don't know of any hotel that you're in. I checked around a bunch of them.
Yeah, I guess you just didn't do a good job of checking.
Worthless piece of shit. Have a good stupid fucking game, losers.
I'll try.
This is the most
God.
Sorry about that.
I don't care. Sell me $50 worth of magic cards. Here you go, 1 pack.
All right, well, Charlie, it's going to be your turn to have to deal with this guy because one of the evenings after you did the research, he comes wandering in. Hey, I just talked to your stupid bitch friend.
Which one?
I don't know what her fucking name is. The one who plays cock all the time.
Well, that's a good one, honestly. That's a good one.
We've all used that joke.
Yeah, but to him, it's brand new.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know your modern slang. Is that like something you terrible children are into?
The one who plays those role-playing games in a basement.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, not everybody is as outgoing as yourself. Why are you here?
Where's your friend?
My friend? I have many of them. What the fuck do you mean?
The it.
The it? Like
Yeah.
out of the sewer? Do you like? I'm at work. I didn't know I was supposed to be keeping tabs on people.
Call your friend.
And now I'm not calling my friend. Get out of my store. You're ruining the vibe for the drunks.
I don't have to get out of your store. I'm of age.
You're right, you know, but are you buying anything?
Yeah. He
We
walks
got a
over and he
new
grabs a
ordering
bottle. He walks up
Alright.
to the counter.
Is it after hours?
It is after hours.
Is it after hours? I can't sell you anything after hours. What are you, stupid?
Oh, that's good. That's so good. That's so good.
Man, what the fuck is your problem?
You came into my store and you're just negative vibes.
Listen, your friend, ever since they got here, is probably responsible for the giant mess of problems that my town has had. Now, my dad can't fix it because his hands are tied because of some government bullshit that all your friends have caused.
I'm at work. I don't know where they're at. That's their pronouns.
I don't care what
Maybe
their pronouns
send them
are.
like a card. What's
I
that?
don't know where
I
to
thought it
send
was
it.
there.
I don't know. He doesn't care.
I don't know. I don't have their address written down. You want to leave a message for them, and the next time I bump into them, I'll deliver it?
Why don't you send them a message right now? Pull out your phone and send them a message.
No, because God knows what you'll do. Write it down, and I'll deliver it to them.
Fine. Pulls out a sheet of paper, pulls out a pen.
This guy is...
Writes, "Dear It,
Wow.
I want to meet you, you fucking loser."
Are you looking to date? Is that what's going on?
Maybe he's just confused. He doesn't know if he wants to fuck away.
He then writes, "I know what you did. I have evidence." And then he signs it. Like, first of all, he writes like a fourth grader. Like, it's legible, but there's no ability to like, there's not proper like capitalization and casing. At times, like, he'll write it and like sometimes the letters will be bigger than they should be, or there's just no like formalized writing to this. And then he signs it with like a signature that doesn't look like it's a signature. It might as well just be like scribble on a paper.
There's a part of Charlie, now that he's a Kia Ceed, is just looking at that and wincing.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know, like, oh God. What is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, at least the bad cursive, there was some attempt at making it look like not just complete scratch. This is just writing is too hard for this person and they can't be bothered.
No. I just stand there silently waiting for the scrawled anger to go.
He'll like slide it over to you like he's in some sort of like he like folds it up and slides it to you like he's making some sort of bid for something.
Oh, well, thank you.
Make sure it gets it.
I will.
Thanks. You're the most helpful of all your shitheads here.
What was that line?
You're the most helpful of all your shitheads here.
Oh my God, I've never been more honored.
No wonder Mannix likes you so much.
Well, yeah, we're simpatico like that. Have you ever read Charles Dickens?
You coming on to me, dude?
Yeah, dude, you want to go for it? You seem like the kind of guy that's looking for a dick.
Man, fuck you. He storms out.
Charlie's really trying not to convulse in laughter. I'm sorry, I just didn't want this guy in my store very long.
Are you going to do anything with that note, or are you just going to trash it?
No, I'll hold on to it, read it, make fun of the handwriting. I'll get it to Cyrus.
Okay. Silas.
You know,
You really want their name to be Cyrus.
I know. I don't know why. I'm sorry, Silas. I'm sorry.
You know, and the funny thing is, I think Silas has also told everyone in the party to call him by at least
Zane.
when like by Zane. At least when like anyone else asks about him. Like just
I'm
don't
really
use my
convinced
actual
this
name.
prick is going to be following me. So when I go home, I'm going to take a circuitous route to make sure they're not following me.
Oh man, god damn it, Charles.
Gotta think ahead.
All right, give me I'll make you do a little bit of this. Give me a streetwise
It's fine.
plus dexterity. You get a lot
This
of
is
dice
the
here.
roll I'm going to be.
Yeah, this is the botch that's coming up. 8 dice.
Yeah.
8 dice of
Yeah,
failure.
it's only when I roll a lot of dice. I was thinking about draining him dry, but I was
Ooh.
worried.
Holy shit. Okay, it doesn't matter that you rolled the failure. You beyond succeeded. This is crazy, Charles.
The game's trying to make up for all the bad rolls, dude.
Yeah,
Play
really.
a lottery ticket today. Say you
Yeah.
Yeah, so you start taking him down back roads that even you don't feel like you remembered existed, and then you start like doing this thing where you're like weaving in and out of buildings you know aren't occupied,
Yeah.
and eventually
Oh,
eventually you're sure there's no way he could have followed you.
Okay. God, what a persistent little prick.
Then do you share the note with Silas?
Yeah. Be careful. That awful thing came to my store and like subsequently melted ice and froze vodka. It's terrible. I also, and Charlie tries not to laugh. I also volunteered to fuck him.
Better you than me.
But and perhaps the most atrocious thing is look at this printing. This is like 5-year-old level.
I think when so I was just gonna look at it, and I think for the first time he's gonna genuinely like try to not like fucking laugh at how bad it is. Oh.
Like you can tell we're vampires. It's like this guy could be a threat. Check out that guy's fucking printing. This is the most important thing. Man, this guy's handwriting. God. Is he a threat? Potentially, but man, handwriting.
Potentially, but God damn, I can't tell if that's an A or an O. Like, what?
Are you good with reading bad handwriting? I'm gonna ask Silas. I'm asking Silas.
No, but I'm sure I can figure it out.
Okay. All right. Well, I did my duty. Helped the cohort out. We tried to buy alcohol after hours. It was pretty funny. That guy is tiresome. We did try to frame him for things, but
Yeah.
No, you successfully framed him for things. His ruling just got overturned.
Just yeah.
He has every cause to be deathly angry at us. I still don't feel bad about it.
He did put a location on there for you to meet him at. It's the malt shop that's in town.
Ooh. Oh man. Is it a place to get some dirty soda?
It is.
Before I have Silas go, would it be possible for Silas to just in case, to text Bryson to say where he's going if he's meeting with this. So
Yeah.
he's gonna go meet with this
Absolutely, that's fine.
guy. Like he doesn't expect Bryson really care, but saying like I'm gonna be meeting. I think Jamie. Jamie wants to talk, so I'll be here.
Bryson will actually reply back and say, I would advise you to be careful with him. He reminds you that he is the police sergeant's son. And he also reminds you that, well, this might be a small town. The connections in that family link much higher than the boundaries of this mere town and this mere county.
Okay. Good to know. And just one last thing, as he's sending it, I forgot to add this. He'll say, "I hope you were able to clean up your carpet."
We'll talk about
Wanna
that
see
later.
Lena? Yeah.
And then he'll go meet
Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jamie will be there. He's got like you know, like that crazy large size of soda that at one point 7-Eleven had.
Oh my god.
Oh,
yes.
the double gulp?
Yes.
Yes. He's got one of those that he like has full of some sort of like substance in it, because it looks like what would happen if somebody like blended together a bunch of different Mountain Dew flavors.
Oh
Ooh.
god.
It's like not. It's like a like almost a soda-like color, but there's something about it that's so ethereal that it looks uncomfortable. And he like sips out of it like it's a chalice.
Oh my god. Silas will not be able to hide the look of disgust on his face. Seeing it, but
Oh look, it showed up.
Silas is gonna when he introduces or says that, Silas will just look at him, kind of just stand there as if I'm not gonna respond unless you not say the word it, so we can.
Sit down, madam, sir. Let's chat.
He'll slowly take a seat.
I know you framed me. I'm not even that sad about it. I appreciate what you did. I'm a hero now. My dad was saying the president's thinking about flying me out there. I'm like the new Rittenhouse.
Hmm. Is there any particular reason you wanted to waste my time?
Yeah. Want you to know I got evidence. So you should just leave town. You can end all of this bullshit here and get the fuck out of here.
Evidence of what exactly?
Evidence of what you did that night. Evidence of what you did for your Halloween party.
Well, the only thing I remember of that night is being a gracious, attentive host.
The only thing I remember is you failing to properly slit somebody's throat.
shame. I don't quite remember anything like that.
Yeah, of course you don't. I guess when you get all crazy, full of, I don't know, what do you got, feminine hormones being stuffed into you? Probably have that fucking girl brain all the time. Just killing people because you, like, think you're on your period or some shit.
When he says that, Sasha's gonna... This is a real funny character you cooked up here, Steve. He's gonna look at him, like look him up and down, and kind of he'll nod once and twice and say, "Are you doing all of this because your little boy mind doesn't know whether or not you want to fuck me or fight me, and this is your frustration?"
Man, you're disgusting. See, this is why you shouldn't be in our fucking town. You come in here and you think you're, like, gonna turn everybody gay. You're the proof. You're the thing that, like, if I presented to the news, CNN would be like, oh shit, I guess we were wrong. They are trying to turn people gay.
If the fact of me simply existing makes someone agitated, then maybe that's because they're dealing with their own little identity crisis.
Yeah, that's what
That
you
has
all
nothing
like
to
to
do
say.
with me.
It's like every time one of those people, what's the word now? People of color, they say that fucking thing that when they're, like, trying to get you in a trap, right? They're like, I didn't say that, you said that. And it's like, no, but you implied it.
I simply dress the way I desire to dress, act the way I desire to act. Anyone else is free to take it as they will. I have no control over that.
Mm-hmm.
But if there is nothing else you wanted to talk about, I'm going to go about the rest of my night, and please do myself and my associates a favor and stay away from us.
If I see you in town or hear about you still being in town in a week, I'm putting out my first piece of evidence. If you're still here in 2, out'll come the second. If you're still here in 3, the police will be rolling around for you. Now, my dad is going to do all he can, I'm sure, to protect this from getting out. He doesn't want me to let this out. He doesn't know that I've seen the records, that I've seen the notes, that I've seen how much protection you got covering for you. But I'm tired of it. This fucking bought and sold police business. My dad is supposed to be a real fucking hero. And constantly he's just fucking cucked by the libs. He should have shot you when he had a chance. Should have shot every one of you fucks at that party. Disgusting that they'd associate with you.
Yes, that is quite a shame. Now, is there anything else?
No, you can leave.
And so after that, he'll just turn and leave.
Okay. Showed her.
Wow.
He's confused.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
There's a great Danny Bonaducci line about guys that are it, and it's like you wouldn't expect it out of Bonaducci, and he's like, I hate you, and when I get away, I'm gonna be masturbating in my car about you.
Oh my god. That's a great image. Just Jamie with his fucking big gulps in one hand and just going to town in the other.
Yeah, you just combined all the different flavors of Mountain Dew, right?
Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
mm,
Yeah, so is Silas at all worried?
I think there will be some like genuine concern for it. Like he's of course not gonna completely push it aside. Um, I hmm, would Silas be able to find anything on who else, well, who Jamie's dad kind of like associates himself with? Like if he were to
Um,
look it up on the
yeah, you could give me
computer or
I
library.
think from this you could actually give me a politics plus intelligence.
We pray.
Okay. This is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're doing some research on his dad's name is Jacob Pasquale. Um, he previously had tried to run for sheriff in town, uh, and had basically like lost the election by quite a bit. He was beat out by somebody with more, with less extreme conservative values, but not like so much less that like there it's easily coded that like these two people were probably both on the Trump supporting in the Trump supporting camp, just like
Mhm.
Pasquale probably bought in more to all of the bullshit, whereas like the guy who's the current
Mhm.
sheriff is like, I don't like him, but I just didn't want to vote for, you know, Kamala in this particular case. I wanted to have a Republican in office because I didn't like blah blah blah.
Okay.
Really, he didn't like. If you listen to what he's saying, it's really he just didn't like liberal policy. You know, he believes in the good old American. You know, if you work hard and you try hard enough, you should get what you want, or at least what you deserve.
Okay. Um,
You'll also get that but he is pretty well connected. I think I'm sorry, when you look through some of his old campaign information, you'll find that like he was connected to a lot of people that both ran a bunch of things in the town, but then also that were doing things in the county. It's genuinely a bit of a surprise that he lost. Um, Except that some of the stuff he was touting was that same sort of like bullshit fake rhetoric that you heard from the Conservative Party over the last 4 years. That stuff that was like just so extreme it doesn't make any sense. And he was like actively kind of reciting that stuff as if it was real. And the town
mhm.
just maybe didn't respond to that as well as being a real thing.
Oh, okay.
But it does seem like he's got some pretty strong connections.
Hmm. Okay. Would I don't know if he'd be able to get any names.
Um,
Mm,
Unless you want to do something like, what would your plan be if you got those names?
oh,
Because a lot of these are going to be like high enough ranking political officials that if you like tried to reach out to them, they're not answering or returning your calls.
okay. Okay. Then that tells me.
Yeah. The
Okay.
the
I think
the
that's all I really
highest
need
the
then.
highest level person you could probably manage to get a meeting with would be Jacob himself. And that would be like kind of pulling some teeth to get there, because you're not really politically affiliated or linked to anything. in any way. So you kind of have to climb up a political ladder that you haven't started on.
Okay.
If Donovan were still here, you might be able to leverage Donovan in this situation, but unfortunately, you haven't seen Donovan in months now.
He's been gone for a minute.
Cookie.
I'm trying to figure how we. Well, I'm gonna have to think on it after this.
Okay.
Figure out a way to see if Silas can really see what evidence that Jamie claims that he has.
Yeah, that you know of. There shouldn't be any way he has any evidence.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like I'm genuinely lost. Like, wait. Yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna like sit on that and try and figure that out. But I guess
Okay.
for now, after the meeting, I kind of wanted to hold off on it because I didn't even know how I was gonna go about it. But I guess we should probably check on Friday. Because we kind of we may or may not have almost like took him out the game, but it would have been a great learning experience.
It wasn't likely to happen, but could have. You always got to leave that door open, right?
It could have.
So you can head over to Bryson's. He has when you come in, he has somebody. It's really late, by the way, when you come in, and he has somebody like cleaning the floor.
Clean. Oh, did you say the carpet you cut out?
Yeah.
Or his floors?
The floors and the carpet.
Okay.
Well, the rug, technically, but he's like doing that thing that there's like this power move that I've seen people do, where like you have somebody who's like, doing some kind of service for you, and the whole time you're just fucking eating.
Okay, I got it. I got the image in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna come up and like take a seat on the edge of his desk beside him. How are you feeling?
Start with your sorry.
I apologize for my actions the last time we talked to one another.
Good. Did that help?
Help with what? I assumed you told me to do it for your sake.
I was out pretty cold. When I woke up, I was less than aware of what happened. Things were just a blur. And doctor said I was in great condition. You were nowhere to be found, obviously. Couldn't even stick around.
I suppose I was afraid and left out of fear that I had killed you.
Well, I'm going to take it as lucky that you didn't.
It wasn't my intention.
Do you just not know what you're doing?
There isn't really a manual that comes with any of this.
He turns and he says something in Russian to the person cleaning the floor. They
He speaks Russian. He's a little
Can I
bilingual.
get help?
Okay, some just say "quoi." I know they're French, but
Oh,
uh,
you know he knows like 8 different languages, so he can
yeah,
just kind of
yeah,
plan that shit.
you know he has to, so he can. That's how he gets his dudes. It's a that I will français, dude.
she gets up and she'll like leave the room and start cleaning a different room. And she will close the door behind her.
When the door closes, I think Silas will actually like relax for a bit. Like his shoulders are kind of slumped, and he won't be so straight and rigid.
So they gave you no understanding of what to do, not a real understanding of what to do, and they just dropped you here.
Sasha's he's gonna get up and kind of start like pacing around the room, run a little hand through his hair and say, "No, I remember waking up and nothing really before that."
No, I mean this whole thing, you being in this town in the first place. Did somebody just send you here? Did something here make you this? What happened? How could you not know what you're doing?
When he says that, there's going to be a look of like kind of visible frustration on Silas's face, but not more so with the frustration isn't placed at Bryson, it's more so placed at the fact that he wants to be completely honest, but he's like, I don't know if I can be honest, fully transparent with you without actually like getting you killed and inadvertently getting myself killed. And I kind of want to just try and like convey that on his features where he like parts his mouth to try and speak.
Give me a sec here. Let me check
But
something. Damn. Okay. You notice it like he sees the look that kind of fills your face, and he shifts what he's saying. Okay, so I guess this is a lighter talking point for you. So I don't want to know about whatever it is you're here for. I just want to know, did you really get sent here without any real formal training?
none whatsoever.
Do you feel like you at least have control of yourself most of the time? Do you get hungry easy?
Am I not the first that you had as one of your little flings?
That I'm aware of, nothing like you has ever appeared here. Are there a bunch more of you around here?
Let me ask that. We getting into the deep conversation. Oh no. Sasha's he's gonna, if there's like an extra chair or a seat somewhere, he's gonna take a seat.
Yeah, there's like a couple of different chairs
Uh,
in different places in this room.
and
You also, by the way, no matter where you sit, you always feel like you've like lost height. Like, you know what Bryson's height is when you're both standing up, but no matter where you sit, you're always lower than how he's positioned.
oh, I see. Uh, when Silas takes his seat, he's going to run a hand over his face and say, if you know what I am, Bryson, you know that I cannot give you a direct answer to that question.
You can, you just are afraid of consequence.
You say that as if, in me being fully transparent with you with any questions that you may have, that you will somehow have some way to protect me from the fury that will certainly come my way should I just talk.
Not stupid, and I don't think money buys infinite security. But I will say that, like, you've seemed to have done a lot of bad stuff, and the consequences don't seem to be affecting you in a way that I feel like they should for most people. I think most people that do what you did be dead by now, or worse.
Should maybe we could do it this way. Should you have a question pertaining to myself, I should be at liberty to give it to you. But should it pertain to the others or anyone else like myself, I don't believe I can give you an answer to those questions. And as he says that, Cyrus will kind of look at him with his expression will soften in a way that's kind of him saying, this is my attempt at being open with you in my own, in the way that I know how to be open with somebody.
Most of what I want to know is just, how safe is any of this? How likely is it that at some point you just lose control and eat me in your sleep? Or whatever it is. Whatever happened last time.
I Bryson, should I ever lose control of myself per se, I will try to do so, or in a place, if I can help it, that will be far away from you. And all I can do is give you my word. And in me doing so, that you can trust that my word is enough.
No, but that's the thing, Silas. I can't. I can't trust your word. You've proven time and time again that everyone is a victim of your lies. And now it turns out you are some kind of monster, vampire.
When I feel like this is turning into a whole soap opera, but when he says that, Sasha will kind of stand up and say, a monster I may be, but I may have lied to others, hurt others, but Bryson, I have never once intentionally hurt you or lied to you the way that I have done to everyone else that I have come into contact with.
He opens up a
You
drawer
are the
while you're saying all this and lets you keep
Oh.
going. He's not saying it. You just hear a drawer open.
Oh.
Keep going.
Mhm.
Now I'm afraid. I do not do the things that I do with the intent to hurt you, because, and he'll kind of stop himself when he says, after he says, because he's not gonna finish that.
Right. You don't want to or intend to hurt me. And yet, last I checked my financial records, you spent an obscene amount of money that wasn't yours on a party that I wasn't invited to.
No, wait
You
a
forgot to invite him? Wow.
No, wait a damn minute. I am pretty sure I remember. Hold on. Over the table. I'm pretty sure I remember asking.
Oh, that doesn't mean he was paying attention to you.
See? So, wait a minute.
No. You can go off on him if you want, but he's not done yet. On a party that I wasn't invited to. But most importantly, Al, well, you were mad at me about some trivial bullshit. I think I said something mean about your painting or something. Because the number, look at these numbers. He, puts the papers in front of you. They go from reasonably costed shit to shit that's like, what are you spending money on? Borderline gold toilet paper is what you bought here.
So he'll look at the papers and well, for starters, I am sure I had invited you, but you told me that you had plans on that day. I believe I would have, for once, genuinely enjoyed one of the events in this town, not only because I was hosting it, but because I would have had you there. But you again told me that you couldn't make it, and I asked you for the card, and you, for one, never had to say yes. And I suppose when I initially asked for it, I could have been upfront about what I planned on using it for.
It's not what.
However,
Yeah, well, sorry. It's not what you were using it for. Look, I don't care if you have some sort of need to feel more artistic than art. I don't care that you even spent the money. I care that there's a clear distinction between somebody who's spending money for a party and somebody who's spending money to get back at somebody.
is there something that you're trying to say, Bryson?
I'm saying that you intended to hurt me when you said you've never tried to. This document says you tried to. You failed because you don't know how much is in the coffers.
Numbers. Numbers is what is telling you that I intentionally hurt you. And as Silas is talking, he's like, there's going to be slight agitation in his voice. Like, are you fucking serious right now?
Are you daft? Numbers always tell the real story. My life is about fucking numbers. Wealth, education level, family upbringing, society that the person is involved in. They're all just fucking numbers to me. They're zeros to 100. You look at them all together, you put it all together, you figure out what it means. That's why why at times I hate art so much. Because some of these fucking artists that I have had to deal with, because God forbid some angsty boy in college just believes himself to be the greatest artist ever. And it's just so abstract that it's nothing, and they insist that it is something so great. But the numbers say differently. The numbers say so much differently. Do you know how often I've had to see somebody show me their DeviantArt page?
Oh my god.
And just say it's all about how they've failed to be discovered yet. So come on. You waltz into this town. You get a run for your money from me. I don't meet the expectation you want. You wanted somebody to be so proud. You earn pride. You earn it. You know why people in the closet don't get to celebrate it? You know why they don't get that? Because they didn't fucking earn it. They hide. There's no room for people that can't stand up for what they are. There's no room for people who can't accept what they might not be skilled at. You can't accept it because you heard some negative words and you took daddy's wallet and you tried to break it. Is that or is that not what happened here?
Silas is, those seem like that was a real good fucking monologue. Well, shit. Now, see, now I feel like I gotta. Well, I guess we'll talk about Silas's backstory for like 2 seconds. I guess, cause goddamn. As Silas like listens to all this, there would be, I want to say, there's like a look of like genuine hurt that like comes across his face, and some sort of mix of like, and a mix of disbelief as to where, like, and the disbelief comes from him thinking to himself, I there were basically just if I had truly wanted to hurt you, like I would have done it. And the fact that you of all people not being able to take me at my word for that when I've been honest, as honest as I can be with you, and you don't think that's enough is like for a guy that just like lies to everybody and has been truthful to one person for the most part. It's like it's kind of like, well, shit. The one time I'm telling the truth, the person thinks I'm lying. It's like, oh well. And so Silas will he'll start by saying, "No, Bryson, you sound a lot like my father." Where to him, all that mattered were numbers and the status that we held in society. My mother was the same way, but rather she just shut up and did whatever my father told her because he paid for everything. And they tolerated me when I fit their little standards of what they deemed a man should be, how they should dress, how they should act. The arts, oh no, that is for women. No man should ever touch that. You'll be seen as less than. And for a good long while, I was fine with living as something that I was not until, long story short, I met someone that taught me everything that I had been told growing up was a lie. And so I started dressing the way that I do now, acting the way that I do now, acting out for my father and the little leash that he tried to put me on. And that was not taken the best. I was disowned, and where I should have been angry, I was elated because I got to truly be myself, indulge in the art that I found that I could fully express myself in and be with the person that helped me see who I was until eventually even that was taken from me. But Bryson, I have since learned that numbers cannot fully dictate your life and guide you in where you want to go. Sure, being wealthy is, well, the being wealthy aspect, I don't think I ever really got that out of my blood. My father beat that into me good enough, or that I refuse to be poor, but I also refuse to stuff myself back in the little bottle that he tried to push me in oh so long ago. And coming to this town and causing all the ruckus and chaos that I have simply by being myself and existing at first was fun. It still is. And when we had initially met, I truly thought that you were just going to be something to help me pass the time while I was stuck here. And I suppose somewhere along the way, perhaps that started to change in the way that I found that I certainly don't treat you the way that I've treated even the people that I dare to call my acquaintance. Well, acquaintances. And the fact that I have, well, controlled myself to the best of my ability around you. When you've asked for me to be transparent with you, when I can be, I have been. And to you, that somehow is not enough. And I don't know why I find that that hurts.
Because to you, I want to put you on a leash that you don't want, right? I say you can't do whatever you want. You don't have a right to do it. So I am your jailer. You oppose me only when you receive something that sounds akin to instruction. You won't hear someone tell you that you're wrong, because if you get that, then they must be wrong. You're not the first story like this I've heard. Your story's barely even unique. The difference between you and the rest of them is merely numbers. You have more of the right numbers and they have more of the wrong numbers. One of them had the most wrong numbers.
So, is that why you approached me when I first came to this town? Because I was the right number for you?
You are in the range.
Oh, damn. Silas, it sucks. It sucks, bro. Um, Silas is he's gonna do a little, kind of like a quiet laugh of disbelief to himself. And he's gonna sigh
As you sigh,
and
he looks at
say,
his watch and kind of waits for it. Like he looks like he's waiting for something to happen. I'm sorry, you were saying? Go on.
was there something you were waiting on
Mm-hmm.
for me to say, for me to do?
You're about to do it. Go on, I'm sorry. Did this bother you for me to check the time?
Well, shit. Oh. Well, Silas will, he'll come back over to he'll come around the desk and he'll look at Bryson and say, no, actually, over the table, you know what? I want this man to have just the slightest bit of character development in this. You know what? He's gonna look down at Bryson and he'll give him like a genuine, soft, like smile, like a genuine smile. I think because I feel like something is slowly starting to click in Silas's head, and he'll give him a kiss, and he'll come back up and he'll say, when you figure out that I am more than just a number to you, you know how to reach out to me. And he'll give him another kiss, and before he's just gonna Silas is just gonna leave. He's not even gonna listen to whatever. He's just gonna dip.
It's fine. Whether or not you hear it is up to you, but it's said loud enough that you hear it. Bryson will say, God, I wish I had more of a thing for more grown men. And with that, we will end the evening. Good night, everyone. Thanks
Good
for
night.
watching.
Good night.